Hi everyone. Welcome back to SK Technologies. In this video I will explain you about the build configuration file which is POM.xml file. In the previous session we successfully created the build artifact, right? And we validated as well. POM.xml file is a build configuration file which is the developer defined so many things like dependencies of the application, libraries of the application, and plugins which are required for the application. All this stuff they will define in this configuration file, build configuration file. So based on the programming language, the build configuration file should be differ. So Java programming language, we are using the pom.xml file. Okay, so pom file, very important file. So we will walk through this file and we will observe what it contains exactly. So this is my source code location where I have deployed, where I have cloned my source code. So here pom.xml file. This is the, let me maximize the screen for your convenient. So let me walk through this file. P. Okay. So majorly it is having the your project configuration information. So project project name, title, and organization information. So thereafter it is having the main field called as a properties field. So in the property field you have to define your application properties. Sorry, your any Java related properties. Okay, so JUnit test cases information. All the things we are defining the properties. As a DevOps engineer, you don't bother about all these values and options as well because this is completely belongs to developers only. Okay, generally developers writing the code, right? So whatever they are writing the code, that is not sufficient to build the application. Okay, so that the code is not sufficient. They may require so many dependencies, so many plugins and libraries, okay, and properties. All these are required. So these properties, dependencies, these all are predefined things, which means someone else already developed and he will kept all he might kept all these things in the internet. So developers is simply calling that dependencies, calling that plugins. Okay, so all the stuff he will define in this build configuration file, which is pom.xml file. So let me walk through this. See, dependencies. Under the dependency section, so many dependency he defined. See, dependency, so many things. You don't bother about these all the things. And distribution management, this is also important thing. We will use it in the later in the Nexus Artifactory repository. At the time we will use this. Okay, thereafter build, these are the build related plugins, so many plugins. So this is the simple configuration file which is having let me show you the line numbers, which is having only 157 lines, but in real time projects you might see thousands of lines in the pom.xml file because of so many things they will define. Okay, so this is the pom.xml file. Make sure guys, without pom.xml file you cannot create your build artifact. Let me show you that also. So temporarily let me move this pom file. Okay, so let me move this pom file into the temp directory. See, currently there is no pom. Now let me try to see source code, everything is there. Now let me try to create the build mvn clean install, which I used the same command in the previous session, got successful. Now let me execute now. See, it is blinking and see, build got failed due to the error message. You can read the error message. The goal you specified required the project to execute, but there is no POM. Okay, so the moment you execute this mvn clean command, first it will go and checks the POM.xml file, build configuration file. See, temporarily we moved, right? So that is the reason it is unable to find the POM file. It is showing clearly there is no POM. Okay, that is the reason you cannot create the build artifact. So let me move my POM from temp to here. Okay, so in the same location. Now you can try. This time it will work because it will detect the POM file and it will walk through all the configuration inside the POM. Then it will create. See, build got success. Okay, so POM file is very important file, guys. So without POM you cannot create your build artifact. Okay, and in the next video I will explain you about the Maven life cycles and goals. Okay, thank you guys.